When you see shoes hanging from a wire, that's how you know you're in a hood. Let's watch our backs. Money. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo?
Y solo grabamos en videos pues para salir en...
What good is a tour of Pablo Escobar if we do not visit his gravesite? Let's go ahead and continue to walk up Pablo Escobar's Barrio.
La moto cuando Pablo Escobar hizo su primer robo.
A whole lot of photos that represent a whole lot of memories for this community during the Pablo Escobar reign. They didn't want this to be a part of the narco tour. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? Perdón? No te escucho.
Por ahí, que cuidado les quitan por ahí.
Check this guy out. Let me get my hands ready. When people think of Pablo Escobar, they think of violence, drugs, and Netflix shows. But here in Medellín, the story is completely different. Today, we're walking through one of the most controversial places that are tied to his legacy and a neighborhood that he actually helped build. Now, a lot of people call this Barrio Pablo Escobar, but its real name is Medellín sin tejurios, which can translate to Medellín without slums. This was a project Escobar launched in the 1980s to rehouse poor families and also to win public loyalty. Some locals still live in the houses that Pablo Escobar actually gave them, and some don't even want to hear his name. I'm not here to do a narco tour, and I'm certainly not here to glorify anything, just to see what this place actually feels like today, raw and unfiltered. So, with that being said, let's go take a walk around the streets that Pablo Escobar once touched. Let's see what's out there. No, está bien, habla normal, pero voy a hablar en inglés para mi gente, ya tú sabes.
Este es el niño Jesús de Atocha. Pablo Escobar y sus madres eran devotos de él. En 1992 la madre lo trae acá, desde ahí lo conserva. Es la estatua original, trae de México, Zacatecas. Su madre lo trae para su iglesia católica, pero no es considerado santo, entonces no lo puede ingresar. Alrededor tiene la piedra de agradecimiento, cuando la comunidad llega y le reza y le pide algún milagro y se los concede. Estamos acostumbrados que a las vírgenes, a los santos dan flores o rosas, al Señor no se le dan caramelos o dulces. En la de allá tiene la planta de la coca, este lado tiene una réplica. En la moto, cuando Pablo Escobar hizo su primer robo, lo que él hace es pintarla de dos colores, roja y negra, para confundir a la policía y a la comunidad. En ese tiempo no había cámaras de seguridad, solo se basaban en lo que decía la gente. Cuando la policía comienza la investigación, la gente dice que fue dos motos y solo fue una negra y la otra decía que era una roja. Con la pintada de dos colores para confundir a la policía.
¿Puedo mover eso?
Eso es como la réplica del sombrero que utilizó.
Ah, bueno.
Y eso es como la plata que tiene.
All right, so they have replications of money, and this is what they used to carry around while they drove these things. That guys is pretty cool. So sitting on one of the motos that they used to ride back in the day during Pablo Escobar's time, the red and the black, which would obviously represent who this person was a member of. Again, not here to glorify, however, just here to show you guys the history that runs behind Comuna Nueve. So let's take a look inside. Wow. Guys, they have a whole lot of, look at the letters that were written some years ago that they framed and they put inside of here with the one and only, as you guys know, Maria Angel. Whole lot of photos that represent a whole lot of memories for this community during the Pablo Escobar reign. Check out this photo when it looks like he was just a teenager.
Acá tenemos en los murales que tenemos alusivos a Pablo, ya que no lo han hecho borrar. Sicario de Pablo Escobar, el Pinina, jefe sicario de Pablo. Su nombre es Jairo Arias, lo asesinaron cuando tenía 28 años de edad. Mural los Estados Unidos, ya que los Estados Unidos lo está buscando. Se va a la Casa Blanca y se toma una foto. Se me busca, yo estoy detrás de ustedes. Su ejemplo a seguir, o su ídolo era Al Capone. Otro hacienda le pone Nápoles. Virginia Vallejo, amante, moza de Pablo. Cuando Pablo Escobar se tira del gobierno, ahí sabía dónde era su fortuna. Decía que era la ganadería. Cuando revisan años atrás, se le cae un cargamento con 39 libras de cocaína. ¿Qué cosas tienen que es narco? La Bonilla, ministro de Justicia. Cuando Pablo Escobar lo manda a matar, le crea la guerra al Estado. Acá era el barrio Moravia, era el vertedero, basurero de Medellín, ya luce así. Moravia era el basurero, vertedero de Medellín. La gente era bajo recurso, aprovechando al máximo la basura. Cuando Pablo Escobar fue allá, dijo que la gente no sabe las condiciones para vivir y creó, donde estamos en este momento, esta invasión. Le construyó 443 casas. Su objetivo era 1.000 o 2.000 casas por año, no lo logra ya que lo matan. Su madre termina el objetivo de no dar casas, dar lotes, tierras para construir. Mi abuela fue beneficiaria, ya que nos regala el lote donde vivimos. Entonces era beneficiario de una casa y un lote, te carnetizaban así. Sí. En este momento el barrio cuenta con 4.000 viviendas, 16.000 habitantes. Acá Pablo Escobar está haciendo una carrera de automóviles con una Fórmula 1 llamada Marlboro. El mismo la hace y el mismo la gana, haciendo trampa a sus competidores. Acá Pablo Escobar está regalando entre 60 y 70 canchas de fútbol. Si es que las primeras canchas de fútbol de Medellín las mandó a hacer él. Ya tenemos su hacienda en Nápoles, algo muy lujosos, los animales que mandó a traer. Acá sus sicarios, Popeye, Negro Pavón y Aretes. Acá cuando tenía 12 años. Y acá cuando cae por primera vez a la cárcel con 18 años por el robo al banco.
Wow, so much history here, guys. It's incredible how they have all of these photos in one small little rooms, one small little area. And so much history behind it. Incredible. Check it out, guys. So here was where the famous Pablo Escobar painting was. But what they had told us when we were up there talking to those guys, apparently they had painted over it. You know, the government had painted over it simply because they didn't want this to be a part of the narco tour. So apparently the narco tour was coming here and showing people this, what once was the Pablo Escobar painting. So to prevent a whole bunch of tourists from coming to this location and supporting the narco tour, they went ahead and painted over it. Man, pretty damn cool. All right, let's go ahead and take a walk to see what else is out here. Now, we are in Pablo Escobar's neighborhood. So we're gonna look around, let's see what's here. Buenas, señora. ¿Podemos hablar sobre Pablo Escobar? Sí, sí, no, está bien.
No, pues yo no lo distinguí.
Está bien, no te preocupes. Gracias. Okay.
Gracias.
Guys, check it out. So, currently walking through the casas in this neighborhood. There was an older lady back there. However, she didn't want to be recorded, which I respect, of course. And in addition to that, she didn't want to talk about you know who because she didn't support him, which I also respect. As I mentioned before, mira ese perito. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? Guys, as I mentioned before, you guys are gonna come across people who either loved him or they hated him. So I completely respect her for not wanting to talk about him or be on camera to talk about him for that matter, because she didn't respect him. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's go ahead and continue to walk up Pablo Escobar's Barrio. Diablo. Hay muchos steps, ¿sí? Está cansada ya. Tú puedes, tú puedes. Vamos. So, back down there was a guy that was talking to us, and he was telling us, if we go all the way up, which looks like we're actually approaching, there's going to be a street. And if you make a left on that street, I believe he said there's another Pablo Escobar painting. So, nothing but more houses over there and over there. All right, so I believe he said that the painting was up to the left, but I came to the right because I seen all these motos And in addition to that, I see a Pablo Escobar statue. Let's go ahead and check out this statue here. Wow. You know, I'm surprised that people who did not support him haven't tried to break this, right? All right, let's go see what else. And so he was also saying that here you guys have a statue of his mother. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué más? You have a statue of his mother right here. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? All right, just some locals saying what's up. So right here is the statue of Pablo Escobar's mother. Pretty cool, man. There's a tienda aquí.
¿Me quieres
You
agua?
think there's cerveza?
Maybe. ¿Me quieres agua?
You want agua? All right, so let me go get her some water, and I'm gonna see if there's some beer. I'm playing some hip hop music down there. Ah, they do. No. Que grande, you know. This has to be the biggest thing of aguila I've ever seen, guys. Huge. ¿Qué quiere agua?
¿Quieres agua?
No.
Tiene cerveza en lata. Pero águila, negra.
Solo en botella. Está bien. ¿Cuánto cuesta por eso?
400.
¿Y este?
Ya,
Total.
sería 9,500.
9. Mira. Okay. So, got myself a nice little cerveza, and she got her recovery Gatorade. Gracias, amigo.
Con mucho gusto.
Muchas gracias.
Con mucho gusto.
¿Qué tal?
Dime.
WhatsApp. Pues
¿Cómo?
Solo graban, otros hacen que solo graban o hacen videos pues para salir en...
No, solamente grabo videos. Pues
Yeah.
grabo videos. Gracias. Allá abajo.
Got my cerveza, bebiendo. You already know. I gotta have a cerveza everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I need to have it. Everywhere I go, it's a necessity. Guys, we're just walking. So the other side was where we saw the Pablo Escobar statue, the small statue, and you know, the painting of his mother. We decided to come the other direction, and we're not really seeing anything. Nothing but, oh, look, these houses look nice, no? Son lindas. And a park as well. Buenas. Let's go check out the park. Let's go check it out. It's a lot of trash here, wow. Oh, stinks. Oh, shit. Damn. Okay. ¿Estás bien? Perfecto. All right, let's go check this, check out this park. It stinks here, no?
Sí.
It might be all that basura, but yeah. Gosh. Take another sip. So, I don't see any kids here, but this is a great park for working out. 4. Let's see if we can do 10. 5, 6, 7, 8. Bones cracking. 9, 10. All chin above the bar. Let's go ahead and hit the road. We got our workout in.
¿Ya no quieres más?
Sí, claro. This looks like a path that you just walk down.
Are we going there? Por ahí. Por allá mejor.
Yeah, I said we walk the main street, no?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and walk the main street, guys. Oh, sheesh. Just chug that whole beer. All right, now we're ready. not really seeing anything else, right? Just,
Mire, un barrio.
just a park. Yeah, just a normal, just your typical Latino barrio. Wow, look at all that beer. All that Aguila in that truck. Just waiting for me. Where does this go? Guys, check out how high we are. You guys see all the way over here? The mountaintop. Man. So far, this place doesn't feel very dangerous. I mean, we've been walking around this barrio for some time now. We've been walking around this barrio for about, what, 25 minutes? Obviously, you guys aren't gonna see 25 minutes worth of us walking around, but yeah. Guys, check it out. When you see shoes hanging from a wire, that's how you know you're in a hood. Let's watch our backs. Guys, just walking around, and there really is not, I'm not even seeing anything, really. Check this guy out. Hold on, let me get my hands ready. I think we walked so much that we ended up in a different hood. Perrito! Perrito is just chilling, man. All right, guys. Nothing else around here. I'm not seeing anything other than one guy just walking the street. Again, the barrio was built by Pablo Escobar for low-income families. For some people, the housing was a gift, but for others, it was just blood money. Either way, regardless, thousands of people still live here till today. There used to be a lot of murals of Pablo Escobar here, but as you guys already know, and as we've already shown, a lot of them have been painted over. The mayor of Medellín was pretty much the most important person who asked to have all the murals, all the paintings removed or painted over, simply because it signified that they were promoting narcos tourism. So the city is trying to move on, but not everyone agrees with erasing the past. And it's quiet here, way more normal than I expected. Feels more like a community than a crime story. Perdón?
Estas cosas.
No te escucho.
Que por ahí, que cuidado les quitan por acá.
Ah,
eso, por ahí.
bueno,
Sí,
gracias.
porque es que ellos pasan muy rápido, dan
Sí,
la
claro.
vuelta a la manzana.
Entiendo, gracias.
Gracias.
What good is a tour of Pablo Escobar if we do not visit his gravesite? Check this out, guys. Be a shame if somebody fell down here. Whew. Wow, but just look at this city. Beautiful view of the skyline, beautiful view of the mountains, the city. Wow. Incredible. All right, let's go ahead and find where Pablo Escobar is buried. Check it out, guys. So this is Pablo Escobar and his family. So this specifically is where it ended for Escobar. 1993. Executed on a rooftop. Now he's here buried quietly in a family spot. People still come here. Some leave flowers, others leave hate. You know, it's strange standing here. For some, think about it, he's a hero. For others, he's a villain. Either way, Medellín had to pay the price. Guys, this guy over here, it's crazy because that is Pablo Escobar's cousin. They say that he hangs out around here and he's willing to do interviews with people. I don't know if you have to pay money to him. I assume you have to pay him for his time, but you know, pretty cool that I got to just see a family member of his. And if I'm being honest, the guy looks exactly like him, does he not?
Fotos. Cierto.
Sí, just like Pablo Escobar. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, so I was actually very curious, and Maria Angel and myself, we actually went over there and we asked them how much for a photo and a video, because you know I want to record and show you guys. But just throwing out the facts here, just so you guys know, and you guys ever want to visit Pablo Escobar's grave, if you guys want to talk to his cousin, who looks exactly like him, it's crazy. It's gonna cost $25 US for a photo and a video. Just the facts, just not the facts, just in case anybody's interested in coming. Make sure that you bring some money that's gonna cover the fee. So overall, as we walk through the cemetery, honestly guys, I didn't come here to glorify anything. You know, I just came to understand what this place really looks like, and also what Pablo Escobar's Barrio truly looks like now, in today's time. And, you know, overall, simply after walking through the streets, it's clear that, you know, the people of Medellín are still healing and still rebuilding. But one thing to keep in mind is that their stories go way beyond just this man's name. Well, great tour around to see the history of Pablo Escobar. If you're still watching, I genuinely appreciate it. Be sure to drop a comment. And if you guys want to see more raw content like this from the streets, subscribe.